Kings Club Casino. Kings Club plays only baccarat. We play it full-time professionals and part-time side hustlers, but we do it both ways and we win all the time. Going to show you how to do it tonight too. I better. A lot of things on the line for it every time. You're only as good as your last game, you know. Got lots of professionals out here in my kingdom with me. I play that way. I have several here that are as well. And we keep tracking each other. We keep trying to make each other better. This is an actuarial game. It's a 50-50 game, or as it were, 50.6 to 49.4, excluding the ties. We try to take advantage of every shred of an edge. We try to make sure that you play your bet. Your very first bet equals your session profit goal, so that if you can win that first bet, you're done. And with the D'Alembert schedule that we put together, if you lose the first bet and win the second, then you're done because you have your session profit. We're not here for entertainment. We're not here to give money to the casino. We're here to take money from the casino. They're not happy about it, but that's the way we do it. And they can deal with us however they want to deal with us. But we are here for one purpose, and that is to take the money. And we got several people taking it all the time. Sometimes you got to move casino to casino. Sometimes you got to do it that way because you're not going to be sitting down. The casino wants more than anything. They want you to settle in, sit down, and try to beat them over the long haul. I'm going to tell you right now, you can name the game you want. You can name the player you want. If he sits down to 100 hands, he's not going to beat the casino. They have an edge. You just have to admit that they got the edge. And you got to use the things we do with the Kings Club to beat that edge out. So we got Booyah in the house, and KC Steve is here. Are you rolling the roads tonight, KC, or you put up for a little while? I hope you're resting for a little bit. Chuck Ritter, good evening. How are you, my friend? Michael Steinfeld, Gil Rary, Franks. I got all my friends coming in. Nice to be here on a Monday night. It's getting chilly. We like it that way. That's why we have 4 seasons. All you guys way down south, well, enjoy it. That's okay. we uh, we kind of like all 4 seasons and the changing of the colors and the trees and all that stuff. KC Steve is back on the road tomorrow. He'll be having those wheels turning and he'll be earning that money, delivering product for us. Thank you, Steve, to you and all of those like you that make those sacrifices out there. It's a huge sacrifice what you do. You try to live in a truck. Sometimes you absolutely feel like an animal because it's that difficult of a life for you. And I got big respect for all of you guys. So we're going to do some things tonight. I'm going to talk about our style of play and all that we are doing. Andre Markov, using that mathematician's ways, using the D'Alembert mathematician's ways of betting, and do some other things. Crystal Lewis, yeah, listen, you're the shrewd one. Thank you very much. But see, I saw those machines you were talking about, but I just assumed that each one was whatever it was looking at. You're saying that those are multiple platform machines, and in one of those machines, or more than one, they offer baccarat. And you knew something that no one there at the casino knew. So we're gonna try to set that up. You sniffed it out like Rufford files or something, but I don't know how you did that, but you did it, and we'll make some kind of arrangement. It's an hour and 15 minutes my way. It's probably about the same for you, your way, but my way is over the valley and through the woods and down around the river, and I hate that drive. But we'll see what we can do because we could go over, with just a few $100 and throw $5 bets at it and see how it goes. Now it is what they call an RNG, if you know what that means. Um, it is a slot machine. It's not actually cards being dealt. It's a random number generator, random number generator that determines what's coming up. And I've got to figure out if and when we go over there, is it intuitive? Does it know where you bet? And I would like to think that they don't cheat that blatantly, but you know what? I don't trust any of it. So, from the very first time I saw a dealer cheat me out of money when I was coloring up, I never trusted a thing after that. To tell him, Man, oh man, the time you have to watch a casino is when you're coloring up. Know exactly how much money you have, because even when you hand it to them, when you slide it to them in your neat racks, they will restack it. There's a reason they're restacking it for their way, and they'll oftentimes call out the amount and put those chips away before you can go, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know Chuck Ritter has seen it, because you've got to be on your toes to make sure you have said how much is there and verify with that dealer with an eye to eye, because you will lose $25, $50 on that color up. I promise you, you will. Hey John, how you doing? The Borgata has what we're discussing. Okay, thank you, Michael Steinfeld. All right, you're meaning they have the an I block baccarat game. Okay. You know, if the iBlock thing catches on, it'll be there, because it's a money generator. The Baccarat is kind of a boutique game, meaning that it doesn't have a huge crowd following. It's more now than ever, and you can tell by watching YouTube that it's more now than ever, because more people are trying to show ways that you can win at Baccarat. Now, I'm not satisfied with any of those things that I'm seeing, and I have made comments to many of them. If you've watched any of those videos and read the comments, oftentimes you'll see a comment from me, because my first comment is, when I'm watching someone play at a table, or when I'm watching a supposed expert showing me how to play, the first thing I'm looking at is, how is he betting? Because the bet is the heart and soul of everything you do. And we're going to do some things with the bet tonight to articulate that point. But we're going to start with looking at a D'Alembert Markov banker 1-2, I call it. We're going to bet only the banker, and we're going to bet it after a single player or after a pair of players. By having the pair of players, you have more hands that you would be playing if you started your session down. Of course, if you win your first bet, you're done, because that's the way we say to play it. We say to play it at session prop levels divided by 10, where you're going to D'Alembert up 10 units and down 9. So if you lose your very first bet, you're going up 10 units. If you lose your second bet, you're going up another 10 units. Anytime you win, you're going down 9. Anytime you're plus 10 units, you are out of there. And Bill Latta will be the first one to tell you. Bill Latta will hit those 10 units all the time, and he will be hitting the road about fast as anything you've ever seen, because he is a disciplined player. And that's what we got, disciplined players out there. Chuck Ritter, Corey Jensen, and Kevin Sprouse and Soup Campbell. We got disciplined players all over the place, but and that's what we talk about. That's one of the tenets of the King's algorithm. The fourth tenet is discipline. Do you have the discipline to get your money and go? So let's go ahead and just take a look. I don't know where we are on this, but if we took a look and we said at the very beginning, let's scale over here, and we said, okay, so we're on a D'Alembert betting Markov. Landscape required is one player or two players, and betting the banker will chop. And if we're playing for $100 right here, there are two players. So now we have a landscape. One or two would be enough. And we're going to bet banker, and there's the money. So we would be leaving if we were betting 100, if we were betting 1,000. $1,000 bets, if you need 50 times your first bet. You need 50 times your first bet as your bankroll to assure that you're going to win, because we don't want to just win one time. We don't want to win every now and then. We want to win every time you go to the casino. And so everything we talk about here is designed for you playing and winning on every occasion. This would be a go home time right here, but let's say we lost it. Well, then the next bet's going to be 20 units, no matter what they are, $5 units, $1 units, $10 units, $100 units, doesn't matter what it is. You're going to go up 10 units and down 9. So you're going up 10 units. So that's going to be a $20 bet if we lost there. So right here, we have a landscape again. We have a single player. So there's a banker, there's a player. We're going to bet again. This time we're betting banker. There's the win. This is the Markov way of what is current is predictable of what is future. Markov is a famous Russian mathematician from the 18th century that designed all of the basics of algebra, all the basics of actuarial science, and predicted nature of what's going to happen next. If we come forward here, because we're playing a player 1-2 to be chopped by the banker, those are all wins. That there's a single player, there's the win. There's a single player, there's the win. There's a two player. We still have a bet right here. And there it is. What would be the superpower that I would want? I actually know what superpower I would want. I don't know who you are that just asked me what superpower would I want, but it looks like you might have withdrawn it. But there was a Nicolas Cage movie called Next that he was in Las Vegas and he was a magician. And I would recommend the movie to anybody. It's certainly not going to win any Oscars. It didn't. We're not going to win anything. But from our standpoint, in Next, this particular magician, he was gifted with an ability to see into the future for 1 minute. And so he would use it in things like a slot machine and craps, blackjack, and he used it in his magic act too. But it was fun. If you ask me something, I'd like to be able, I don't need to be able to see in the future years ahead. If I could just see 1 or 2 minutes, yeah, that would be good for me, buddy. So all of these that are triples, that's nothing. And of course, you don't care about the banker being doubled up. But you can play anytime the banker has two followed by the player, or anytime that banker has one or two followed by one or two players, you can play for the banker chop. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go and have a volunteer tonight, and we won't play the Markov because I want you to actually give me the bet. And so if we played just using your own intuition, so to speak. The only thing I would say is keeping in mind this, that you're only in charge of a few things in the casino, and whomever volunteers as my candidate for tonight, I'm going to use you to do things with me in a quick session. But you can determine the value of your bet. You can determine your session profit. You can make sure that you bring 50 times your session profit to your time of play. After that, the casino will determine everything, excepting you determine when you start playing. You determine when you stop playing. And you always stop when you reach session profit or you have won a hand. And so I'm going to ask for a volunteer. Somebody just say me, or whatever. And that's going to be my volunteer for tonight. And we're going to do something surely for fun, just for fun. And we're going to do it right now. Somebody tell me that you want to be the volunteer and you are going to be it. Don't make me pick somebody out because I will. Okay, Joseph Gurecki, my Wisconsin friend who just came back from the world tour, all the way through the northern tier, down into Nevada, and now back into Wisconsin. Trish Graves, good evening. We're going to have some fun right now, Trish. We're going to use Joseph Gurecki as our guinea pig. Joseph Gurecki is going to give me up to 10 bets. And the only reason we wouldn't stop at 10 is because it was a loss, because you only stop on a win. Now we're going to play D'Alembert up 10 units, down at 9, and we're going to play $1,000 units. So Joseph Gurecki has $50,000 with him, and he's going to walk anytime he gets to session profit. So I'm going to show Joseph Gurecki. This is your big road, Joseph Gurecki, up, and you've got two triples up there on the board. And all you're going to do is tell me, King, on this bet, I want to bet banker or player. That's all you're going to tell me. So you tell the audience, Joseph Gurecki, based on what you're seeing, your intuition, whatever, it doesn't matter. You flipped a coin and I didn't see it. You said heads was banker and tails was player, and you gave me a choice. So you just choose one, Joseph. And we're going to make a bet. Okay, he's going with player right now. And so we are going to bet $1,000 on the player because that's his session goal. Joseph's got $1,000 on the player. There he goes. Joseph, you're just too good. You don't get to play anymore, buddy. I'm sorry. You don't get to play anymore. So I'm going to ask for a different volunteer now. Trish Graves just walked in. Trish, you want to volunteer for me? Tell me, do you like player or banker on this hand? Whichever one, Trish. You just give me player or banker, and we're going to start your 10 hands and see if you lose all your money or see if you fight it out and get a win. Hit and run. That's it. That's it. Trish Graves is on the banker for $1,000. This is her very first bet. She's got 50,000. We're playing D'Alembert, up 10 units of 100, down 9 units of 100. And Trish Graves is going with the banker on the first bet. There it is. I hope you lose, Trish. Let's have a little bit of a game here. You've got a tie. We're going to repeat it. There's a loss. All right. So now Trish is down 1,000. She's got a $2,000 bet. What do you like, Trish? You want to stay with the banker or you want to go to the player? Trish is thinking about it. Player or banker? $2,000. She's going with the player. $2,000. There it is. Oh, doggone it, they didn't do you. You hit the hand, Trish. They did it to you. That's not fair. Nice lady like you to do that to you. But naturally, you came right back. You're the natural Toronto, Ontario, Canadian woman. You catch back-to-back natural nines. You're up $1,000. And Trish is going to retire. I'm going to do one more player here. Well, don't necessarily have to bet player. I need one more. Joseph Gurecki made 1,000. Trish Graves made 1,000. Now we've got one more player. I need one more volunteer. This would be the one that probably is going to be a 10-hander. We don't care how long it takes. We got D'Alembert. Scott Price, what do you like, Scott? Hang in there, John. I might come back to you if it doesn't get too late. Let's see how quickly Scott can do it. $1,000 bet from Scott. And what do you think, Scott? What do you like? D'Alembert, $50,000 you got. Scott's going with the banker for $1,000. There you go, Scott. You're retired. You got your grand and you got gone. I'm already losing track of how many people we've got, but we're gonna do it with John Bradway next. John, you give me a bet. What do you like? Scott Price just won. Trish won. Joseph Gurecki won. Scott Price had the banker. What's John Bradway got? Banker. $1,000 John Bradway. All right, one loss. That's good. That's good. Okay, John, what do you like now for 2,000? That's what you're coming back with. Fog's got the player. What do you like, John? You want to come back with the banker or you want to go with the player for your $2,000 bet? Player it is. John's trying to get his money. There it is, John. This is the power of what we're doing with D'Alembert. You bet the 1,000, you lose. You bet the 2,000, you've got your money and you're gone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one more player, Frank St. Aubin. I don't think, Frank, you didn't play yet, did you? I don't think you played, Frank. Go ahead, Frank. Give me a bet, $1,000. Doom, 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 doom. Booyah, said the banker. It's all said banker. Frank St. Aubin said banker. Okay, we got unanimous here. We got $1,000 bet. Let's see if the banker can get one. Okay, we got a banker loss. So now, Frank, come on back with your $2,000 bet, and maybe we'll have a battle this time. That would be fun. Frank lost with the banker. You want to come back with a banker, or are you switching over to the player? What do you like, Frank? You want to look the big road? There it is. We got 3 players in a row. Booyah, said banker. Banker again for It's Off GG. Might be a horse racing fan. Who you like, Frank? Frank says banker. We got $2,000, Frank. There we go. And there is Frank as a winner. The whole damn kingdom is a winner. Now, the reason you're winners is because you are playing a random game that the banker does have about a 1% edge, but you're playing with the D'Alembert bet. And the D'Alembert bet is what matters. The bet is the heart and soul, it's the core of everything we do. You don't believe it? Go ahead and play yourself a session and go up 10 units, down 9. It doesn't matter if the units are $1, if they're $5, if they're $10, 20, 25, 50. It doesn't matter if they're $100 units. You're going to go up 10 units after your losses and down 9 after your wins. Now, with a 50-50 game, if you look at that, what you're going to see is you're going to lose. You go up 10 units. You're going to win. You got your money. If you lose and you're minus 10 units, and then you lose and you're minus 30 units, and then you win, you're even. And then you can reset to 10. But if it continues to go up, and let's say you lose at 10, you lose at 20, you lose at 30, you lose at 40, and then you win at 50. All right, stick with me on this. 10, 20, 30, 40 is you're down 100, right? And you won the 50, right? 30, 60, 100, you won the 50, you go down to 41 and you win, and now that's 91. Now you're down 9 units. You reset to the 10. So now you're controlling your bet. Even though you've only won 2 hands out of 6, you're virtually even. That's where the beauty of what we're doing comes in. You only have to win 40% of your hands to be profitable every night for the rest of your life. 40% of the hands will do it. At a game where you have a 51% edge, you should be able to win your 40%. Off GG, no disrespect, sir, but you're not going to teach the king one thing about this game, but I do appreciate you writing it. That's very nice. KC Steve, they're not sure about that game at the Bellagio. Okay, well we're gonna keep watching, and we might make a baccarat challenge game out there. I would like to do that. It's Off GG. Come back and be with us, or Fear Fog. I don't know what your name is, but you're welcome back all the time. This is the King's Casino. We play professional baccarat. We've been winning at it every night now for years, and we're going to keep winning. It's not a pattern game. I'm not playing a pattern. Never did. I will play the power of Markov and D'Alembert because they are more brilliant mathematicians than any of us ever thought about being. And I am a mathematician by trade, but not like those guys. To all of you, thank you very much for joining tonight. Every one of you won. The most we ever went deep was to the second hand. And so this is what shows us the power of the D'Alembert that we have broken. The D'Alembert that you'll see a lot of times is up 1, down 2, up 2, down 1, stuff like that. That is not a good D'Alembert. And D'Alembert didn't even intend it as a betting thing anyway. We're the ones that turned it into that. KC Steve, thank you, buddy. You stay safe out there. And to all of you, give me a like on the way out if you don't mind. Not that it's worth anything to me, but it was a pleasure being with you. I'll see you again on Wednesday night, and I'm hoping all of you will come back, and we'll do some other things as we're reinforcing stuff. I'm also going to start making Shelbyville trips. I'm back on my feet again. I'm going to talk to you guys about how much I should risk and how much we might could make, and I will be doing that. So we'll see about that. We'll also try to catch up with Crystal Lewis over at Terre Haute one night. That'd be fun too. Okay, to all of you guys, good night. Love you. Chuck Ritter, tell him, hit that like button. I appreciate it, buddy. Hang in there, guys. I'll see you later.